Just beautiful evening, the 27th day of the 6th month of the year 2023. Welcome to the Evening Rush 90.3 Voice of the People FM. Right, so this is where we get to discuss and have, topical conversations, especially that have been on the front burner within the past 72 hours. That's exactly what we do here. Be it politics, governance, policies, whatever they are, this is where we get to trash them. And most importantly, we get to have you have a say on all of this conversation right here on the Evening Rush. All right, so my name is Precious Ini.
And I'm Promise Lagos. Welcome to the show.
You're welcome. All right, so let's quickly, let's get started with the stories that we have on the hot topic this evening. So on the hot topic, quite a platter of stories, right? Federal government levies motorists 1,000 naira yearly for proof of ownership certificate.
And Senate leadership, Northern senators intensify protests for position of the minority leader.
And then you would also hear today, foster national unity, end case against Tinubu. Labour Party Chief 10 is telling Atiku and Obi, stop that, people should stop it. End the case against Tinubu.
And leading Nigeria is one of the hardest challenges in life. Who said this? You'll find out, Lagos.
All right. So, meanwhile, in another news, Festus Keyamo says that Nigerians should find or count themselves lucky. We should be proud that we have Tinubu as president. This is credited to Keyamo. And by the way, in a different, separate development, we're glad to announce to you that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu arrives Lagos State today from London ahead of Salah, from France then London ahead of Salah. And this is amid so much celebration and grand welcoming.
And military grand welcoming too. And FG levies motorists 1,000 naira yearly for proof of ownership certificate.
All right, I think we already did that. So moving on, leading Nigeria is one of the hardest challenges in life. Hey, Ihado, who said this though? Former President Muhammadu Buhari in his Eid Adha message to Nigerians. And and in terms of demolitions or concerning demolitions, Peter Obi says be sensitive, not punitive. This is the Labour Party's presidential candidate Peter Obi begging governors on demolitions. So that's about it. And hey, did you hear that our World Bank has approved a 500 million naira loan for us in Nigeria? And by the way, the same World Bank says that, you know what, removing subsidy and floating your dollar is one of the best things you guys did. It's good. Kudos. It's a good step to, ensuring that your economy is firm. All right, Lagos, we'll get to dig into all of these conversations after this break. Stay with us. This is the Evening Rush. You're welcome. The Evening Rush with Precious, featuring sound and informed guests across various sectors to discuss matters rising on Hot Topic Pod.
What was the rate of inflation? And then what was the exchange rate?
Intense conversations,
critical
analysis.
What is wrong with us 200 million people? We can't even give ourselves.
We sometimes disagree.
When we say our GDP is not an oil dominated,
to agree.
Like what's going on here?
I saw that. On Hot Topic Pali, Monday to Friday, 6:15 p.m. to 9 p.m. 90.3 Voice of the People FM, Lagos. Now you have a voice. So Lagos, I'm sure that y'all would have heard in the news this evening that the federal government has introduced an annual fee of 1,000 naira to be paid. Let me use banking terms. 1,000 naira to only to be paid by motorists in the country for proof of ownership certificate verification. So for you to verify, your proof of ownership is 1,000 naira you would pay. The Permanent Secretary, Lagos State Ministry of Transportation, Abdulaziz Toriola, made this known today. Now, Toriola disclosed that the certificate would help vehicle owners and the government guarantee the integrity of all vehicles registered on the National Vehicle and Identification Scheme database and track car theft and recovery of stolen vehicles. Toriola said the annual proof of ownership certificate is in line with compliance with legal requirements fundamental to transparency, security, and accountability within transportation network. So he said to this end, the federal government has introduced the issuance of annual proof of ownership certificates for all registered vehicles. Everybody that their car is registered, you pay that. Now he said the certificate will serve as an official documentation of vehicles legal owners open. It will serve as an official documentation of vehicles legal owners upon successful completion of necessary requirements and procedures. So the proof of certificate will contain vital information, including the vehicle's registration details, such as your license plate number, model, year of manufacturing, all those kind of things, chassis number, and all of that, and to the owner's name and address. So he said, having critically reviewed the challenge encountered in ensuring promotion of safety and security of lives and property through the issuance of POC nationally and especially in our dear state, Lagos State, the Joint Tax Board, a needs communique issued at the end of the emergency meeting held May 9, 2023, adopted and made a resolution that proof of ownership be issued to motorists on an annual basis nationwide. According to Toriola, Lagos State will commence their own, the collection of the fee for POC from motorists beginning in July 2023. By the way, July is just how many days to go? Just to remind you, in case you use a car in Lagos State and you're wondering. So that's to say that from this
barely
Saturday,
4 days to come.
that from this Saturday, 1st of July, you should be paying your 1,000 naira in a year proof of ownership. All right.
So this used to be a one-time payment, but it's going to be annual payment after this approval, right? So Lagos, we also told you that with the election of the president of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, and the deputy Senate president, Senator Jibril Barua, on a week after the senators' battle and all of that, so some senators who spoke separately and did not want their names mentioned said that the push by some Southwest senators to produce a Yoruba majority leader would create more tension in the already tense 10th Senate following the last election of the presiding officers, where the former Zamfara state governor, Senator Abdulaziz Yari from the Northwest, lost to Akpabio from the South-South. Aside the office of the president of the Senate and the deputy, who must go through elections, the principal offices are purely the affair of the party that should nominate members for such positions. But the fight for that has turned another dimension for geopolitical polarization to the process. In the Senate, the principal office positions for the ruling All Progressive Congress are the majority leader, the chief whip, deputy majority leader, deputy majority whip, minority leader, minority whip, deputy minority leader, and deputy minority whip. With the completion of the elections, the APC has emerged as the majority in the Senate with 59 senators. The major opposition party, the PDP, has 36 and the Labour Party has 8, while the NNPP has 2 and the SDP has 2, while the ABGA and the Young Progressive Party has 1 senator each. So in all of this, the northern senators are saying that, look, it should be the northern, the majority leader should come from the north and not from the south again to balance the equation.
All right, Lagos, let's move to the next conversation very, very quickly. The People's Democratic Party presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar has been urged to withdraw his case against the victory of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the February 23 presidential election. Now, the 2023 Labour Party governorship aspirant in Plateau State, the Labour Party aspirant to, just in case you did not hear that, that is the 2023 Labour Party governorship aspirant, right? In Plateau State. So let's continue. His name is Chief Yohana Margif. He made the call in an interview with News Agency of Nigeria NAN today, Tuesday, in Abuja. He also urged the Labour Party, that is his party's presidential candidate P2B, who is also challenging Tinubu's victory in the tribunal, to do the same. Forget about all of these things. Let's just foster national unity and support the victory of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So the Labour Party stalwart said that the call on Obi and Abubakar become necessary in order to foster national unity and integration. just in case you're wondering. So the new leadership of Nigeria under President Bola Tinubu, quoting him now, has shown capacity to lead and improve the nation's fortunes without fear or favor, which is crystal clear and visible within just 4 weeks in office. So these are his words. Then quoting him further, he said, "What is happening in Nigeria in the recent past, ranging from insecurity to unemployment and religious intolerance, it is critical to embark on a project of national unity and integration. This will ease the burdens and wounds caused by outgone administration and enable Tinubu to sail the ship called Federal Government of Federal Republic of Nigeria to the promised land." So he is begging Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar to please, you guys, forget about this ambition thing. Forget about battling this your case in court. Just come together for sake of to foster unity and progress. Let's support the presidency or administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to succeed. He is a Labour Party chieftain, just to remind you.
So speaking about Labour Party, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the general election, Mr. Peter Obi, has appealed to the various governments involved in demolition of illegal structures across the country to be more human and not unduly punitive and insensitive. Obi made this appeal in a tweet on his Twitter handle today, and he said, while some of the ongoing demolitions may be excusable, they have nonetheless left many victims, mostly ordinary people who erred innocently or who were ill-informed or misguided into becoming victims of the terrible situations. Obi said necessary corrective measures to planning or zoning violations by governments need not to be punitive or unruly. You remember that in Kano State, there has been demolition spray going on.
Oh yes. Oh yes. And I think that particular roundabout by the government house was demolished because a bird, according to the governor, a mark, a Christian mark, a popular Christian mark or signage, a popular Christian sign, which is a cross. So that's why the entire roundabout was demolished. And I'm wondering, if he did have that thing, why not look for the area that has that and, scrape it off?
So there are stories
or
that
remodel it or repaint it or do something about it. Do you have to demolish the entire thing?
And stories has it that the governor is about building the same roundabout, the same thing he demolished. He's about building it again. So what was the need for demolition in the first place?
And I dare ask, would that be done with the state fund? I'm asking for a friend.
Of course.
Because this is at the time that we're crying that we do not have enough fund in the country. Oh well, so are we done with that? Now let's move to the next conversation very, very quickly. Now, speaking about Peter Obi, so you all know what's going on with Asari Dokubo since he I did not want to say visit Asoroko, but it looks like that's when we started hearing about him since he visited Asorok. So the former leader of the Niger Delta militant group, Asari Dokubo, this is an alleged story, but I just probably have to carry it, has stated that the presidential candidate or has been credited to state that the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi for the 2023 general elections, that is Peter Obi, would never be president of this country until he confesses his past. Until he confessed his past. Now, this was during a live video. Dokubo said, "My matter with Obi goes beyond politics. I know Peter Obi and I know what he is. I know that he is a con man." This is what he said in that video. So Peter Obi would never be president. Never in the history of this world would Peter Obi be president until he confesses to the whole world his past. Then we can now start talking about that. Now, further speaking, Dokubo spoke about his unwavering Islam faith, noting that he converted Tompolo, or one of his commandants, to Islam. In his words, he said, "Tompolo was a Muslim. His name was Ahmed. I converted him to Islam, and he practiced for 2 years before he went back to his religion. I would continue to be a Muslim and I'll be here, and there is nothing you can do about it." That's exactly what he said. I wish I could get that video and I'll play it to you at the Innovate. Just stay with us. So moving on to another conversation.
Yes, so we also told you, Lagos, that the former Minister of State for Labor and Employment, Festus Keyamo, has said that Nigerians should be proud of having Bola Ahmed Tinubu as president. He disclosed this on his Twitter handle while describing Tinubu as a great economist and that he knows how to turn things around for better. And he said, according to him, I'm quoting him, he said, a new crop of leadership are emerging in Africa that have clear ideas as to how they want their various economies and societies to be run, so as to prioritize their self-sustenance and cultural imperatives over and above theories and conditionalities of the Western world and other bigger economies that do not sit well with the people. And he said further, we should be proud to have him. And he quoted official Bat's Twitter handle, and that this time as president who from a rich antecedent knows all the nuances and how to grow a modern economy and can easily connect with other African leaders on such initiatives, he said.
All right, Lagos. I'm trying to see if we can get that video on Mujahid Asari Dokubo. Let's see if we can get it and take a listen to him. Lagos.
I don't abandon, as you see me, I don't abandon my benefactors, no matter the circumstances. I don't, no matter the circumstances. So he will win. He will win. And he's a president, and nothing will remove him. So forget about it. You can call any name. The Amainabo of Calabari, under his seal, made me Sebro Mambo of Calabari, the savior of Calabari people. Theophilus.
Apologies, Lagos. I'll try to ensure that I get you exactly the part of that live video live where he did say that about the presidential candidate of the Labour Party. So let's move on right now to the next conversation.
So going forward, Lagos, we told you that the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, arrives Lagos from London ahead of the Salah. And the president arrived this evening and in Lagos from London on Wednesday, that's today, in celebration of the Eid. He arrives in preparation for the Eid celebration tomorrow. And Tinubu's Gulfstream jet arrived at the Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, where he was welcomed by a waiting crowd and supporters.
All right, let's take a listen to that jubilation and celebration as he arrives at Lagos State. You heard that. You were large, more like mammoth crowd, welcoming the president to Lagos State and back to Nigeria. Let's move very quickly to our next conversation. Speaking about president, former president Muhammadu Buhari says leading Nigeria is one of the hardest challenges in life. Now, Buhari, in his Eid al-Adha message signed by Garba Shehu, his spokesperson, said leadership entails the cooperation and support of all citizens. In his words, he says, leading a country like Nigeria is one of the hardest challenges in life. Buhari was quoted as saying. Now, the former president urged Nigerians to fully support Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led administration to succeed. Leadership is a challenging task that demands the sacrifices and support of its citizens. That's what he said. The former president also wished Nigerians and Muslims happy Eid, and to those on pilgrimage, Hajj Mabrur, and a safe return home. That's it, Lagos. Phone lines are now officially open. Let's take your thoughts and your reactions on this conversation. 0700-903-903, 0700-903-903. That's the direct line to call. But if you'd like to chime in on the WhatsApp conversation, the WhatsApp number to call is 0700-903-9039. For those in Nigeria, you can send a WhatsApp message to that WhatsApp line. But if you're in the diaspora, you can call that WhatsApp line live, right? You can call it on 0700-903-9039. We'll have tons and tons of messages waiting for us to read. Let's see if we can get started with them one at a time. All right. So on YouTube, we'll have, oh wow, quite a lot. Speakless says, Asari Dokubo is mentally unstable. The man is criminal, is a murderer. He should be arrested and should be jailed for life. The man is causing mayhem in Nigeria. Let this man be arrested. That's what he said, right? And then Uju Gloria says, oh, Obi's mandate, on Obi's mandate to stand. Lest you have said it all. And then Tony Chukwudi says, good evening, beautiful, precious, and promising promise. You both are doing well. Great topic as usual. Uju further says, please, why give the this Dokubo attention? He is making noise and heating up the polity. Please, who is Dokubo in this matter? You said a lot, though. Thank you so much. I see you. Kiki says, the more you pay attention to Dokubo, the more he comes to be saying more crap. And then you said a lot too there. Speakless, seem to agree. And we see quite a lot of your reactions. And Dennis Fandrick says, these VOP people isn't understanding there are more important things that is happening in Nigeria. We've told you every important thing. Our work is to tell you all the scoop, give you scoop on everything that's happening. Jemezie Eriato says, it's really, if really Asari has anything on Obi, by now the whole world would have heard it all. He confessed his leader. The fool fails to realize that his own not a single minute of his life. And Obitobi says former President Buhari knows he cannot be able to lead Nigeria. Why can't he resign, or why did he not resign? That's what you meant. And then this says, please, precious, buy medicine. I mean, the same work, Abi. Okay, this is coming from Yoruba TV. It says I should buy medicine for Asari Dokubo. You guys. All right, thank you so much. Going to the phone lines directly now. Hello, good evening to you. Please help me turn off the volume of your radio set. Good evening.
Hello.
Yes, good evening and welcome.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. This is Mr. Polycarp from Elasa.
Mr. Polycarp, you're welcome. Go ahead, let's hear you.
Yes, I want to go this way. Versus Kayamo.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, we have had a lot of, this is my word now, a lot of bomb blast from him. He was in the last administration, and all this noise he's making, maybe they have not given him any position yet. So whatever he's saying is a bomb blast to us. And let me talk about Dokubo. Let me plead with you people. There's no need telling us about thoughts from people like Dokubo. Because we Nigerians have been embarrassed and traumatized so much by all these leaders. So for somebody like Dokubo who has nothing to offer, to be taking some time to burden Nigerians the more, it's quite unfair. So that is my little contribution this evening. Thank you, and continue with your good work.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right. Oh dear. All right. 0700 903 903 903 remains the number to call. So a couple of messages. This says, this is coming from Dayo from Fagba. It says, evening, precious. I told you this government came as taskmasters to task you. 3 weeks into power, they removed subsidy. Nigerians were lamenting they are increasing tariff and now tax on cars. Remember, all that you are taxing unprecedented in Lagos, they have transferred it nationally since when INEC gave this elected president mandate. All right, to tell you that you should go to court if you complain. You said a lot. But Dayo, you see these your messages that you send like this. If you continue like this, I will not be reading your messages, Dayo. Kindly try. I understand how you feel. I understand sincerely how you feel. But try as much as you can to use words that are readable so that I don't get to start proofreading your message or editing your message on site. That could be quite a taxing job to do. I hope you understand. Thank you. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir. Good evening and welcome.
Yeah, God bless you. I'm calling from Ejibo.
You're welcome. What's your name, sir?
Yeah, pertaining to Asari Dokubo. Asari Dokubo is a noise maker. Everybody knows him that he's a noise maker. Pertaining the kind, all these people are jugglers. There are people that want to destroy Nigeria because of their selfish interests. Or to get it right, Nigeria will not be right. Because you can't use wrong thing and make right thing. Rather, you use right thing to make wrong things. Okay. Nigerians have to come together and discuss a way forward. Not all these people that are seeking position, because they are coming to deceive Tinubu.
Hello? Are you there?
Hello?
Go ahead, very quickly,
so,
please.
Please. I just want to cut it off now because all these people are making noise for just selfish interests.
All right.
So may God bless Nigeria.
Thank you. God bless you too. All right. All right. Hello. Good evening to you.
Good evening. My name is Kelvin. Coming from Moscow.
Thank you, Kelvin. Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
You sound like you have a cold. It's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. First, I want to make reference to this Asari issue because it's becoming funny. It seems we are empowering miscreants right now in the country because the miscreants we are empowering right now, we pray don't bite us at the end of the day. First and first. Secondly, I want to know what is the DSS doing about Asari parading AK-47 in front of the media, because it's the same AK-47 that the pastor paraded and he was arrested, and Asari is still parading the same AK-47. What are they doing about that? Those are my questions for now. Thank you very much.
All right. Unfortunately, I can't speak on behalf of the DSS, but I do hope that they'll hear this and also be kind enough to respond or react to it. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for calling in. All right. Going back to my phone lines now. Hello. Good evening. Who is that? Obi Anyo, the Obi of us.
Good evening, Obi. You're welcome.
Obi, you just greeted us and the thing disappeared. Oh, I'm so sorry. So sorry. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you, sir.
Precious Dokubo.
Is it like you're not Nedu? It's Nedu that used to give me plenty song names.
I'm Promise Asari.
Promise Asari. At least I'm not Promise Niger Delta.
Promise militant or ex-militant. Well, fine, thank you. You're welcome.
Emmanuel from Abulado.
Emmanuel, you're welcome. Good to hear from you. Go ahead.
This issue of your brother, they bring down for us again for as a topic.
So if you think the news, we cannot talk about him.
Nadim Babini, no what they record him Babini. So in talk no they relevant. So anything when like main talk, that one concern them. So this government they back on. I'm making the talk anyhow. So now be my own talk. Right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, Lagos phone lines are still open 0700-903-903-903. You want to call the WhatsApp line if you are in the diaspora, is 0700-903-9039. However, everyone can send a message to that WhatsApp line 0700-903-9039. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, please. Good evening and welcome.
Pray.
Yes, you. Good evening.
This is Obi calling back.
Obi, what happened? We finished your credit.
Network, MTN. No, MTN. I had to use another line. MTN is bad.
So sorry. So sorry.
They said I wanted to call when they were harassing. I wanted to warn, what's his name? That if anything happens to him, he will be held accountable.
If anything happens to me, I'll be him.
Yes, he will be held accountable, but I didn't get through. I would have warned him, he should stop disturbing you. He should allow you to have your peace, please. What does he want?
He will not let me enjoy my minimum wage in peace.
You can imagine this Nigeria that is hard. That's when you want to lose it. God forbid. It will never happen.
Thank you for that prayer. Thank you.
You have a supporter.
Yeah, my sister. All these people telling people that when we are there now, when he was told to go to court, What is there anything that has seen that we are not seeing or what? They should let us know.
But this person that said this is a Labour Party former governorship candidate too. In fact, for this past election, governorship candidate for this 2023 governorship election in Plateau State.
What did he get there? What was his position? What was his position in Plateau? If he wants to advise, can't he copy to be and advise him than going public? If he feels that if he wants a man to do something, then you will draw him close, come to him, tell him the reasons. Not to the newspaper to the point. If you go public now, the person might not listen, might not do anything. If you feel he's your party member, you would have gone close to him to advise him. If the evidences are waiting, they should let us know. So that when I told them to buy me credit so I can talk to Peter the last time, they refused. So that I can talk to him. They should buy me credit. If something is worrying them, there's no for your brother Asari Dokubo. Okay, he saw what the Russian renegade did in Russia. Maybe that's what he wants to do. He wants us to fear him. We will not fear him. We will not fear him. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Obi. Thank you. Always a pleasure to hear from you. All right, hello, good evening. All right, hello, good evening. Are you there? Welcome.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening and welcome.
This is Trix calling from Italy.
Trix, you're welcome. How is Italy today?
It's not bad. What about you?
Very well. We're super.
Let me say something.
Go ahead.
It's a shame. There is a parable that goes like this in my town. They say, in a family that which madness runs from, if a man goes there to take a wife, if the family did not end up killing him with the madness, they will end up inflating him with the madness. It's a shame that people like Asari Dokubo will speak in Nigeria. People will listen to what they are saying. The way Nigeria is going to, maybe people like Asari ours, maybe Minister of is it Foreign Affairs now or whatever? That is the way the situation, that is where the country is going to. Where war laws are becoming what? Are becoming advisor to the president. Where are we heading to? May the good Lord saves us the way we are going to become what they are up to. We don't just know. Look at Asari Dokubo that is saying what he's saying now. Have we forget what Asari Dokubo, what does it stand for? About a few years ago. How do we forget just like that? We don't keep records anymore. How did Asari Dokubo get closer to Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Talk less of addressing people, giving statements, then they will not take him serious. Man, it's a pity. It's a sad story. It's a sad one. Let me just leave it. You people should take care.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Good night to you. Thank you. All right. I understand totally. I understand how you feel about that. Okay. All right. 0700 Lagos 903 903 903. That's the number to call. Going back to our phone lines now. Hello. Good evening to you.
Hello?
Yes. Good evening.
Good evening, ma. This is Mama H.O. from Colorado, U.S.
Mama H.O., you're welcome.
Good afternoon, good evening.
Oh, it's afternoon there, so it's evening here. You're welcome, ma'am.
This puff when they call Asari Dokubo, wetin they talk, sef?
The way you call that puff, it sound like a Niger Delta person, sef. You be Niger Delta person.
She has the accent somehow.
I should just talk puff. You sound very Niger Delta. You're welcome.
Correct area.
It is Siam. It is true. Go ahead.
Before I ask Peter Obi to tell us about him past, make him ask it if Tinubu to tell us in past.
No.
Making us Steve Tunubu.
No, madam. Now you want to spoil everything when you start now. No.
Okay,
Cause here
president
with the mind
select.
racing you they no.
Okay, maybe tell our president select.
No,
Make it tell us.
Madam H. You have spoiled
Sorry,
it all.
it's not my president.
You have spoiled it all. Make we leave you. Make we leave you. Make you they go. No vex. And I hope you understand. Thank you so much.
So tell Asari Dokubo, those when in the worship, may they tell us their past. May they tell us their past.
Thank you. All right. Hello, good evening to you. Please kindly help me mind your language when you call. Please, I beg you. Hello, good evening to you.
Precious one, I promise you, Mama, that telling me.
Oh, Daddy Mo.
Promise you, Mama, telling me.
You're giving him back up.
Hey, Daddy.
I promise you, Mama, telling me.
Don't use the whole time to sing something. That's enough. It's enough. You have wined us enough. You have tuned us well. Please. It's enough.
He has some paper that
you have some paper that I head enough. See my head on white finish. Thank you. Now it is us. It is us in flesh and blood. Thank you. Amen. Igadio.
Amen.
What? I didn't hear that. You didn't also hear. You're saying amen. She said amen to what she did not understand.
I know it's positive thing, so I have
let me talk words. Whatever you guys are saying.
Go ahead. All right.
Precious.
But you did not tell me your name. After all this song, you sang like this now. You released one full album for our head.
You go forgive my behavior. My name is
Maazi Chukwuemeka. What location are you? Sir?
Now, I see that this country is not a serious entity. Why do I say so? How can a common somebody, you are not an ex-general or ex-president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, you are coming out posting with AK-47 rifle, granting interviews that you have done this and that you should be doing this. And yet, our DSS, our SSS, ESDC, all of them are there watching him. Precious.
Sir?
When I said earlier that this country called Nigeria is a jungle, it will be as if I don't know what I'm saying. But everything breathes. Don't they blow, don't they feel foul? You understand? Now, for that man to try to speak, that is saying that P2B should show and withdraw his case from the courts and then support Tinubu to move Nigeria forward. Precious.
Sir?
How do you move a country forward on a foundation of falsity? Can that country work? So you want someone who is not corrupted to join a corrupted to join someone allegedly now. This is my own opinion now. I'm talking to join someone or some people that are corrupted. Someone who has no money. To join those who what money cannot do, much money will do. To join them and celebrate. Now my question is this: was he not there when Mahmoud asked those that are agreed to go to court? Why
But
didn't
interestingly,
come out then and tell
you know
them not
he's
to vote
a Labour
for?
Party chieftain, right? You know that. He was
Hello?
the governorship candidate, for Labour Party just this
He
election.
ran
in
under
Plateau
the
State.
platform of Labour Party as a governorship candidate for his the Plateau State, right?
Yes.
Now, what was his position? Did he win?
If you won,
Technically, he did not
he'll
win.
be addressed as the governor of the state.
Now, nobody say if he win or whatever. This guy did not win. All of us know he did not win. As a matter of fact, Otita Haja. Now he's coming out to tell us that Obi should withdraw his case, and then that he should withdraw his case. Let him come out and tell us how much he has collected. Let him come out and tell us how much he has collected from them. Because
thank you.
Thank
you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. All right. Thank you. Good night. Okay. So let me quickly run through some messages because I have so many of them. So taxes and levies. The president is showing his character just like he did in Lagos. Lagos will always be first to support stuffs like this. Lagos is actually the business of the president. That's what you're saying. I dreamed of Olomo heading that ministry. On a good evening, Joe. Felix from NNPC sent in that message. And then he says, hi, Precious and Promise. When someone is a pain on pretender's neck, all manners of subterfuge are employed to bring him down to their level. It is Infradig talking about Asari. He is existing in the past and should be discarded like used toilet tissue. Why did you like this, Nachika? It's something you want to say. Now I have to blow this big grammar to confuse our head. Is it good like this? Adeboyega DDJ says, on Asari Dokubo, it's a case of a thief reporting another thief to a senior thief. Are you kidding me? Asari Dokubo lost his voice under Buhari. He was nowhere to be found. No one knows whether he existed or not. But now that his principal is in power, he came out from his hiding place wanting his own share of the national cake. That's what Adeboyega DDJ said. And then he says, ladies, after putting Nigerians through a horrible 8 years of nightmare with his clueless government, Buhari is saying that leading Nigeria is one of the most difficult challenges during his time. Nigeria was on autopilot. Buhari was not even in charge. He was not leading anything. That's what you are saying. This is not me. And Kelechi from Oshodi says, good evening, PP. You see all these people that's making noise. All of them are looking for appointment. That's why all of them are shouting OBO and Atiku, withdraw your case against APCO as for Labour Party governorship candidates in Plateau State. It's because he lost his election and he's now looking for appointment in Tinubu's administration. He said your name is Kelechi from Oshodi, and I took that earlier. And then John from White Sand says, Precious, Nigerian problem no the finish. Anybody will carry Nigeria problem for head, just they add more problem for your own problem. The truth there is that the way you guys update us is loving and nice. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you. Gracias. All right. And then this says, good evening, P. Nice listening to you. It's actually a shame of a country where people like Asari Dokubo becomes relevant. Festus Keyamo is seeking for a job, and it's only in a failed state that his type can get one. The Labour Party candidate in Plateau State is a mole and should not be taken seriously. Uchi from Surulere sent in that message. And then this says, good evening, precious comrade Patterson. I feel ashamed you people discussing about a big non-entity like Asari Dokubo. I feel big ashamed. Good evening, VOP. Comrade Patterson sent in that message. All right. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let me quickly go back to the phone lines now. Hello. Good evening to you. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Hello, Precious.
Yes, good evening. Are you there? Good evening and welcome.
Yeah. Oh, good evening.
All right. Well, what's your name, sir?
My name is Mark.
Okay. Mark, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from the UK.
Mark, you're welcome. Go ahead. Let's hear your thought and reaction.
Right. I think I just want to comment on the what's his name? Asari Dokubo asking that he's going to do what? I'm trying to recollect my thoughts. Sorry.
He said Peter Obi cannot be president until he confesses his sins. Basically.
All right. And the guy from Plateau.
And then the governorship candidate of Labour Party from Plateau State said Peter Obi and Alhaji Atiku Abubakar should, forget about their court case for the sake of unity and progress and support the president.
So first of all, with regards to the governorship candidate of Labour from Plateau State, you should go and ask people of Anambra State what Peter Obi did when Ngige was announced as the governor-elect. Because he went to court exactly the same way everybody, his party members, all the APGA members, they kept on asking him, just forget, so just go, what do you want? Just leave Ngige to continue doing what he's doing. But he persisted, and everybody left him behind. He persisted. And then eventually he got his mandate. And today, not only the Anambra State is in because of that, because APGA has always been in government in Anambra State, but several other state governors in Nigeria are equally beneficiary of that. Because now, if you're elected and your mandate is stolen, and you go to court and win that back, what you want back is your 4 years. Okay, so now all of them are coming and saying exactly the same thing to Peter Obi. They should let him be. Okay, at the end of the day, the judgment will be hard, and either he loses, he goes home and know that he has completed the process. And if he wins, of course, we all celebrate. I think coming and saying all sort of things is just they're distracting the rest of us. Possibly there's something they know we don't. Probably they already know the outcome. Probably is going to favor Peter Obi or favor Atiku. They should let Nigeria be. Let the process complete, and then whoever becomes the president becomes the president. I think it's pissing me off already, to be honest. But that's by the way. And then the Asari Dokubo should go and sit down. If they give him corn, make him chop. If they give him a bag, they'll make him chop. But you should just let Peter Obi be. Okay, at least that arrests my case. Sorry.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't believe I heard that Agbado thing there. All right, so Udo Chuku Nwokorobia says, why are you guys giving an... Oh dear, I think I took that before. Marriott Bungura says, Asari is an attention seeker. And this is coming from Judith Fieri Ugbome says, giving importance to not being. And Michael Chikodi says, Asari believes he's a hero, but let him watch his back because his end is at hand. That's what you said. All right, going back to the phone lines now. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Precious.
Yes, you're welcome. Help me turn up the volume of your radio, please.
Hello, Precious, good evening.
Yes, good evening and welcome. Thank you. Welcome.
Yeah, Emeka is the one from Ejigbo.
Mr. Emeka, you're welcome. Go ahead.
It beats my imagination.
What exactly?
Within the present state of the country, we are discussing an entity like Asari Dokubo.
Oh, we have so many stories today, about 10 stories, so you can choose not to talk about it.
Yes, Asari Dokubo is what I want to discuss about.
Okay.
Nigeria is burning, and I want to ask one question. When will the government pay attention to the killings in Plateau State and Benue State and other areas of the country? Let's leave politics aside. For Asari Dokubo, I know he's a kind of he's an attention seeker. And he knew what happened to him during the regime of Obasanjo. He was invited to Abuja for discussion. Then he went to Abuja and was arrested. Ever since then, he has become something else. He should please leave Nigeria alone. Let us lick our wounds because the suffering is too much in the land. Asari Dokubo should not take our attention. for as long as I'm concerned. You have yourself a wonderful evening.
All right, you two have an amazing evening. Thank you so much. All right, that's very, simply put. Yeah. Okay. 0700 Lagos 903 903 903. So you recall that we have quite a lot of a platter of stories. So you can choose not to react to the one that irks you, right? So it's not like we're giving you or mandating you to react to it. So just a little reminder of the hot topics or hot stories this evening. Federal government levies motorists 1,000 naira yearly for proof of ownership certificates. You heard that. The federal government is saying everybody that owns a car, whether it's for public transportation or for private use, you'll be paying 1,000 naira every year for proof of ownership verification. For us to verify your proof of ownership, you pay 1,000 naira every year. And as a matter of fact, Lagos State is starting from July. And July is just starting from Saturday. So Lagos begins July. That is also a story that you may want to chime in on, And then we'll move to another story that I also brought you. Said, foster national unity, end case against Tinubu. Labour Party chieftain tells Atiku Abubakar. This person is actually the former Labour Party governorship aspirant under the flagship or under the party, under Labour Party for the 2023 governorship election in Plateau State. He's the one who said this, advising Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar, forget about your case, support the president for national unity, right?
And Lagos, we also told you that World Bank has approved the sum of $500 million to the federal government. That's a request loan to help Nigeria drive women's empowerment. So you could chime in on that.
And hey, just about that, so the same World Bank is saying that they're giving us thumbs up for removing subsidy. And also for the floating of Naira thingy, that it's amazing. That's a step in the right direction.
And they're still loaning.
Oh yes, there was another loan. Okay, so somewhere in the news, you also heard, we should be proud to have Tinubu as president. This is according to Festus Keyamo, former Minister for State for Employment, stated this. And then somewhere in the news again, you heard that the president, or former president Muhammad Buhari, said that leading Nigeria is one of the hardest challenges in this life, in the whole of his life that he has lived. That leading Nigeria is one that is the hardest. This is according to President Muhammadu Buhari, or former President Muhammadu Buhari, during his Eid message to Nigerians.
And Lagos also told you that the Northern Senators has intensified protests for position of the majority leader. They are saying this has to come to the North to balance the equation of, the South has the Senate president.
But the North also has the speaker now.
But this is Senate. I think they are looking for more. Something more.
All right. So yeah, that's happening. Oh, by the way, there was a lot of drama between the PDP too, because the G5 governors are insisting they would be the one to produce the minority leader, and of course Atiku's team is pushing Tambuwal for the minority leader.
And we remember the issues of Wike and Tambuwal.
Exactly.
With the G5.
Exactly. And Atiku's team is saying that one who is a true party person should be the right person to get it. Of course, you know that the minority leader has to come from the next party that has the majority in the National Assembly, which is the PDP.
But it seems to me like Wike somehow is the person making decisions for Senate leadership. How come? Somehow, that of Akpabio and this majority leadership and other principal officers, so, he seemed to have a say in all of.
So that's what people who said he's off the radar. He's no longer a governor. The man is showing you that I am still working. I'm working. All right. So Peter Obi says about demolitions. There's been demolitions free somewhere in Kadu State and a bit of in Anambra State too. So he said about demolitions, please be sensitive, not punitive. He is actually begging and pleading with those governors, be sensitive and not punitive. Okay, so this is me avoiding that last story that is that is irking all of us about Asari Dokubo. So now you know that we have quite a platter of stories that you can react to, right? These are the hot topics this evening in Lagos. My phone lines are still open. Hello, good evening. Hello, I lost that call. Hello, good evening. Hello. All right, so let me go back to my messages very, very quickly. And yep, this message here says, I have come again. As for Asari Dokubo, it will shock him that P2B will rule him and me in this Obodo, Nigeria. Wait, all right. Going back to my phone lines now. Hello, good evening.
Hello, what's up? Good evening.
Yes, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Welcome.
I want to talk about the Dokubo.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. We can hear you. Carry on. By all means, carry on, please.
Hello,
we can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Today is my first day calling voice of the people.
Hey! But you've been listening to us, Abby? Have you been listening?
About, I told you about P2B issue.
All right, go ahead.
About something that is right before you say now, because APC have given me money, everything that you say is what APC sent him to say. Just because of him to achieve something in government. Just only.
Okay. Okay, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. But unfortunately, we can't hear you quite clearly, but it's okay. I think you already made your point. Thank you so much. I go back to YouTube. Michael Chikodi says, if Nigeria is really working well, if someone like Asari Dokubo should be in prison by now. Secondly, he said his father sold the Igbos and he's about doing the same. He will explain that to Igbo soon. Uche Njoko says, good evening. Honestly, you ladies are doing a great job. God bless you, ladies, in Jesus' name. Amen. Udo Olisa Franklin says, Asari is a pure disgrace to his family and should go and bury his head in shame. For that Labour Party man, he's seeking for appointment from APC. That's what you said, right? And then Akubike Worldwide says, Peter Obi is passionate leader. That's what he said. All right, going back to my phone lines.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening and welcome. Thank you. Hello, I'm here. All right, so I don't know. Is something wrong with my line all of a sudden? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? All right. Unfortunately, you call, I can hear you, but I cannot even hear what you... I'm sorry. I could hear you initially, and then the line just goes bizarre. All right. Thank you. Apologies. Please do bear with us. We'll keep trying to reach you. All right. Let's see if we can go back to other calls. Hello. Good evening to you.
Good evening to you too. How are you?
Thank you. This one that you answered so fast today and you did not... What happened? What happened, Mr. Nidu from Switzerland?
Precious Dokubo, how you doing?
I know, say you go call me Precious Dokubo. I had to take that jab at you first before you get
10
to
plus
me.
10.
Yes, so
minus nothing.
You're welcome.
Minus nothing.
Minus nothing.
minus nothing.
Mr. Nidu, you're welcome. How have you been? We have not heard from you for a while.
No be if you big call. Now you be caught, now you be judge. Now you the crucifix. Now you the
persecute. Do you believe me
persecute.
when I say I don't even know when you're calling for me to pick or not to pick? I just pick.
Of course now, because you ask me how that where have I been a while? But you don't pick call. Now the thing, so now you be judge, now you be everything.
Sorry.
Just like the last. Just like the last caller that called.
Okay,
you are shouting. You are shouting. I'm hearing you well and clear. Where the person is saying I'm a first caller, and you are shouting. I'm hearing you well.
So when you just said just like, my heart just skipped. I thought you were going to say just like you're an
It's
INEC
not
chairman.
behaving like Nigerian politician. Please.
I was going to say
You
just
are
like you're an INEC chairman or something. I say don't think it is on me.
I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there because people don't know you. People your job don't they criticize you. So man, don't go there. Make you not be like all of us carry one hand.
No, it's okay.
So how are you? How are you
We're
guys?
very fine. We're super. And you? Hope you're doing okay.
You guys, I'm fine, but you guys didn't have topic today now. Why?
All this one is not topic. The fact that you be paying 1,000 naira for every car in Nigeria is not topic.
Only
every year.
That one I'm the topic. Any other one?
Every year.
Any other one now? Whole story. Dokubo. But the only
And our
thing I want to
president
say
has come
about
back.
that
Did
one
you not see
is-
the celebration that they used to welcome our president back?
Now people where they buy. You know the game now.
Stop it, Joe. It's not everything that is
Now
like that.
buy
That's
people.
not true. That's not true. Oh yeah, be talking.
Now,
this video.
you see, let's be frank. Let's be frank. I see the video. You see the video. There is no way that these people will leave
But
their market.
did you see those military parades and all of that?
No, west of the stores. I beg, where in the world? Let me tell you. Check the whole president that came to this Paris, Goroba, Paris, what and what. Check when they return. How were they welcome to their place? Nobody. It's just normal. It's just normal. Why are we always stretching our own like tomorrow no day?
So you know that Lagos State is the home state of the president, and he's coming home to celebrate the Eid. And he's
Precious, do you know? Forget politics. Forget politics. Let me just be frank to you. Tinubu, I know when he was Lagos State governor, we all supported him. That is why why they are against Igbo today is paining me, because these are the people that will always stand behind when they are doing the right thing. You understand? That is why what they are, how they divide, how politics divide culture today is paining me much. That's one of the best guy I used to follow every day. I used to watch his video on Twitter. Is this man they call Adedeji. He speaks a lot of languages, more than almost, I don't know if he speaks up to 20 languages. He's a Yoruba man. This man is opening people's eye. You see Yoruba people living in Igbo, speak Igbo fluently. Even one say he used to carry masquerade. Do you know what it means, carrying a masquerade in Igbo land as a Yoruba man? You see, apart from politics, we are united. We are united. But these people consistently dividing us on social media, on the national TVs, just because of politics, for their own benefit, nothing more. You understand? So, I beg, make I go back to 1,000 where they talk say a year.
They should be careful. I don't say you know go to pay that one now, but now we go to pay now.
Why I no go pay? I no get car for Nigeria. Hello?
You get? Sorry.
Okay.
But you know they drive them every year.
Sorry, ma.
Sorry, sir.
Me, I'm not problem. 1,000 a year is not problem for me and you. But the problem is...
How are you so sure of me? You're putting me in your same equation.
And to respect yourself, more talk the people where go affect
when I'm not in Switzerland, where all the money is. Are you serious? All right, so go ahead. Let's hear your uncle. Let me respect
the people myself. I'm talking about is the people that is living in a remote area who don't even know anything about this news. And it's getting implemented in Lagos on July 1st.
Exactly.
Why July. I'm saying this, police will use this and chop people a lot. And they will continue to be paying till they don't even know what to do. Why is this administration always doing things, bam, without reasoning? Without giving people time to bounce back? You remove fuel subsidy, you are putting a lot of tax. You make by importation duty, you make it 40%. A lot of things, they are just going 40%. You know? So they should be careful. But whatever they are doing, they are impoverishing Nigeria, because even if it's a rich man that is importing something, is going to end up to the poor man house. Anything you put in a road transport, any money you collect in a road transport, is the driver and car owners are not the one that is going to pay for it. It's the passengers. People, we are talking about minimum wage. If you help those in the government, what about those individuals who work on the local people? Some are getting 20,000 per month, and you cannot force me to pay somebody up to minimum wage. Why my business cannot carry that? Someone is just creating job, giving people money, creating job, paying people small salary, what he can afford. And you are making those business to shut down. They should be careful. They should really be careful.
All right, Nedu, thank you.
They should really be careful, Anyway, have a wonderful evening, both of you guys.
Have an amazing evening. Thank you so much. All right. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Good evening, my sister.
Thank you so much. You're welcome. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How about you?
I'm fine. I want to comment on the...
You didn't tell us your name, sir. What's your name, sir?
My name is Badonati Sumbima from Ijeoma Egwuatu.
All right, so go ahead. Let's hear you, sir.
So I want to say something concerning what they say about the former governorship aspirant of Plateau State.
Okay, go
ahead. Are you hearing me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. I thought that the APC said that those who lose should go to court. And now court is still going on. And they still calling for peace talk. Let them allow the court finish their decision. Hello?
Go ahead.
Let them allow the court to finish their before giving the schools. And another one is concerned the Asari Dokubo. I don't know, the time has come that we Igbos will talk to Asari Dokubo. Let their leaders talk to them, talk to that man, concern what he's saying to this regime about Igbo people. Let him know that there is other people in that Niger Delta, not only him that is a Niger Delta man. This is what I want to say. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, let me run through some messages. But before that, let's quickly take a little break. I'll be right back. Lagos, this is 90.3 Voice of the People FM. Let's take a commercial break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Light Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less.
Are you looking for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, number 42, Muritala Muhammad International Airport Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in a beautifully appointed rooms featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your everyday need is met. We also offer complimentary pickup and drop-off from the Lagos Airport.
Take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant.
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location, Airport Golden Tulip Hotel is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So, why wait? Book your stay today and experience ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-8003-333 or 0815-7003-333. You can visit our website at airportgoldentuliphotel.com.
Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, where luxury meets comfort.
We have been serving you hot and fresh content on radio, and you have been loving it. Now we're taking it further. Catch us live on YouTube at BOP TV for all the juicy content you can't resist. Talk shows, exclusive interviews, news, lifestyle, and more. It's all about you. BOP TV, show up, speak up. BOP TV.
The award-winning pizza in the US is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and cold berry ice cream, delight in every scoop. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and cold berry ice cream at 11 Road by First Avenue, Festac Town, 28 at Denira Ogunsanya Street, Surulere, 13 Admiralty Way, Lekki Phase 1. Romeo's Pizza and cold berry ice cream. Romeo, the pizza champions.
All right, Lagos, you are welcome back. It's still 90.3 Voice of the People FM. Still the evening rush from our studio is 2 minutes before the 8 p.m. mark. And a little after 8 p.m., we'll be going straight to our step down segment. So for now, we'll have someone on the line. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, Precious. Good evening.
Yes, good evening, and welcome.
My name is Tony. I'm calling from Ikeja.
Tony, you're welcome. Go ahead, let's hear you.
I am baffled that all the time, most of the discussions you have in your radio station are of people with crazy characters. People like Erufai, Peter Kiyamo, and Dokubo. Why don't you discuss things that will move Nigeria forward? Why do you always think people with bad characters? Is that how what you are trying to do in your station?
All right, so I'm also very I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I'm disappointed that you did not hear other topics that I raised. I raised every other topic here, but you chose to pay attention to that. Well, it's okay. You're very entitled to your opinion. So I raised different topics. I had to even take the topics again, just so you know that it's just not one topic that we have up for discussion. But you chose to react to the Asari Dokubo topic. So if it irks you, I shouldn't talk about it because it irks you, and if it is in the news, something is in the news and it makes you uncomfortable, I should ignore the news because it makes you uncomfortable. It's not done that way. Most of the stories that I even get to share, I don't enjoy them myself if I had to have an opinion. But unfortunately, my job doesn't allow me to take a position or have an opinion. So it is my duty to be as, unbiased as possible in ensuring that I bring you all of those stories. Apologies. I'm sure we'll all be all right. Anyway, thank you so much. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Precious.
Thank you so much. You're welcome.
Yeah, this is Olumide from Ikorodu.
Olumide, you're welcome. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm sorry for that. The other man that was the other man the other time.
No, it's okay. It's one of those things.
You see, my sister, this is where we have found ourselves in this country. You know, I take a cue from what one man said at that time. He said, "We are one, but the politics has divided us."
I agree.
I served in the East. I'm from the Southwest. I served in the East, and I have friends in the East, and I know how they were good to me in the East. And I appreciate everybody. But unfortunately, politics has turned us to something else, and that's made us many of us to take our eyes away from the good things. And because, just like someone said, one of your analysts said here sometimes ago, he said, when things favors us, when it's not our side, we support it. But when it does not go to our side, when it is from someone else, we see it as bad. I think we need to change our mentality as individuals in this nation, Nigeria. You know, I'm pained when I see what we have done straight. We've allowed tribalism and everything to divide us. I think it was not so before. So just on that, on the issue of Asari Dokubo, the question I want to ask people who consider Asari Dokubo, fine, I'm not in support of Asari Dokubo's system and everything. But many people say he should be in jail. Asari Dokubo was released on an amnesty. It's not a criminal. I was on the station here, I think sometimes last week, when somebody was analyzing different things Asari Dokubo and Mikano. They are different people entirely. Agree. Asari Dokubo has done some things. He was agitating for something which is right, which is very, very right. I think it's related for that. And therefore, because of the agitation more. So that's that by the side.
Thank you.
And also the man who Asari Dokubo should not be seen as I think we're talking him as everything. That is his opinion. You can try to ignore him. insulting. But what do we say about people coming to the station and begin to talk and insult the president?
Thank you.
And so many others.
Thank you.
So, please, we need to get out of that.
I appreciate
also,
you.
the Labour Party,
A governorship candidate for Plateau State. All right.
It was okay. Yeah, I'm not very sure who's telling Peter Obi and Atukutu do that. They have been saying they don't want their voice, they don't want people to hear them that they are also speaking.
All right, thank
So
you.
I'm not very sure the president because of the not anybody.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So your line is getting muffled up now, and I have to let you go because I have someone on hold. Your line is getting muffled up, and we can't hear you very well anymore. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Hello. Good evening to you. Apologies for keeping you waiting.
Good evening. My name is Jonathan.
Jonathan, you're welcome. Where are you calling us from, please?
I'm calling from London.
You're welcome. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay, let me quickly contribute to the program. I greet your colleague there.
Good evening, Jonathan. You're welcome.
Yeah. So, number one, let me quickly comment on the 1,000 naira. Is it charges or is it?
It's for the verification of your proof of ownership. So you'll be paying that money every year. Every year. For you to have a proof of ownership for your car every year. That 1,000 naira guarantees the verification of your proof of ownership every year. So even if you use the car for 20 years, right? That same car, if you're using it for 20 years, every year you keep paying proof of ownership for it. Do you understand?
So what about the licenses renewal?
That one is different. That one is not proof of ownership now. That's not the name now. This one is giving another is a name. It's proof of ownership. Do you understand?
Oh my days.
Okay.
Nigeria is the only country where somebody pay for the sins he doesn't know anything about.
Oh, sorry.
But it's just 1,000.
But a lot of people will come and argue it's just 1,000 naira, so it's nothing. And it's not for the poorest of the poor, by the way. It's for those who own cars. So for you to own a car, you should be able to let go of 1,000 naira in 1 year. Hello.
Let me chip in something.
Okay, go ahead.
As you say, just.
You don't want me to speak the mind of some people.
So that is one of the greatest offense in UK here. When you say just what? You can't say just
right?
to increase anything.
This is Nigeria.
I mean, you can.
Okay, this is Nigeria. That is where I am. And that is where this law is taking place, by the way. Just a little reminder.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
Let me quickly chip in something. I know you know where about this video that is trending. This Isaiah Guda revelation about the subsidy scam.
I think we spoke about it. Yesterday. We did that yesterday. We handled it yesterday. We even played it yesterday. You didn't tune in, sadly.
Okay. I just want to quickly say something about regarding what this 1,000 naira. What I want to say is that when the revelation is made and government refuse to go after these people, and innocent people will now begin to pay for some people offenses, charging innocent people up and down. That is that. Let me quickly comment on this Asari Dokubo and say why one person will be attacking another person unjustly, and what's it called? And the security agencies are looking at the person. I don't know. The same person attacked the military about the oil theft. The security agencies are looking at this man. Now attacking another man innocently again. For what? What is the sin? What is the sin of this man? Is he part of the oil theft agents? I don't know. What is it saying? Oh my days. So then let me quickly stop here and give other people a chance to comment.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Hello. Good evening to you.
Hello. Precious is Tony Chukwode.
All right, Tony. You're welcome. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Promise you are looking so humble this evening.
Good evening, Mr. Tony. Thank you.
Yeah. So, Pressure, you are saying something about the tax. They are taxing the cars. That is 1,000 naira. You see, the issue in back home, it's not about what people are ready to pay, even for the energy. As long as that energy is steady, Nigerians are willing to pay, but they want to see those what they are paying for. In the Western world, when you pay, like in UK, when you are paying for the road tax, every car, every motorbike pays road tax, but they use it for maintaining the road. In Germany, in Austria, in so many other countries in mainland Europe, they pay what is called the Vignette. If you are going to use the autobahn or the motorway,
go ahead, Tony.
They use it to maintain the road. So, but at the end of the day, why is it that when they pay this 1,000 naira, it's not, some people can spend it in a bar and the rest of them, it's only 1 year. But would they use this money to maintain the road? What is the 1,000 naira for? I mean, what are the government going to do with this money? Even if the Nigerians are ready to pay, they are saying, but will they use it to maintain the road? Or somebody will just pocket it as usual? That's all I wanted to say.
All right, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening. Thank you. Welcome.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, my name is Saeed.
Saeed, you're welcome.
Yeah. I want to talk about the 1,000 naira for proof of ownership renewed annually. Hello, Precious.
Go ahead. We're listening to you.
Now, if you remember, this year January, the insurance, went to do insurance of your car, was increased from 5,000 to 15,000. This same year, now, they now introduce proof of ownership. You know, if you want to do a processing of your car, if you want to have a plate number, any plate number, the proof of ownership will come with it.
Absolutely.
You pay for it.
You know, it used to be one off then, but yeah, then.
Yeah, now.
But now you do it every year.
Not every year. You don't want to kill us.
No, now they said, see, this is so that in case they steal your car, the person can come and prove that, you know, this year now. Last year you were the owner of the car. Now this year now somebody else that owns the car. Come and tell us how.
You know, before there was something they introduced to us now, Council CMR. They say CMR will be used to track your car. It's a lie. Car have been stolen since the introduction of the CMR, no traces. Have you ever heard that you put CMR, then these are the cars trapped? You owners, because you've paid for CMR, come and say, because these are your cars that have been recovered for you. This government said we should tighten our belt, and they are losing their own. Precious, I rest my case. Good night.
Right. Thank you so much.
Nigeria.
I admit you're resting your case. Not admitting it as an exhibit anyway. Just I understand. All right, so let's move to some messages because I have quite a number of them. Good evening, PNP. It is not a shame. Is it not a shame that a person who cried on national television for a serially losing election is now complaining that Nigeria is a difficult country to rule? I only blame those who brought him into power in the end. Moses from Ijeoma Egwuatu sent in that message. And this says, Precious and Promise, good evening. I tell you, if Asari Dokubo had any incriminating evidence against Tinubu, against Peter Obi rather, he would not waste time to bring it to public because of the level of the hatred he has for Peter Obi. Having failed to lay his hand on anything incriminating, he embarked on a campaign of calumny. Dokubo is terrible human being. He would not be taken seriously. Peter Obi from Orili sent in that message. Did I say Peter Obi? Peter from Orili sent in that message.
Same thing.
Okay, Peter Obi. No, it's not the same. There's Obi in one and there's no Obi in this one. All right. So this message says, "Good evening. Thank you for your family, Obi and Dati." Are you serious? Okay. And then this message says, "Okay, I don't understand why you are editing my messages. Do you want me to praise the government that has brought Nigerians to his knees, putting Pharaoh tax master policies that put Nigerians in pain? Now they are programming the journalists to paint white to black. This is the reason why you people won't allow Mr. Darlington to speak, and you won't invite someone like Dele Farotimi. Are you serious? You haven't heard me invite Dele Farotimi in this show? Unfortunately, you didn't listen. Well, I could send you the link on WhatsApp so you can watch. He was on this show sometime. Okay, David Hunde, Fionga, you said a lot. People who are fearless to say the truth to power. It's unfortunate what you. So you know the thing. I'm tired of making this explanation every day, but it's very understandable how passionate you feel about all of this. It is very okay. You need to understand that if you have all these personalities you're talking about, talk on a Twitter space. Social media is unregulated. They can talk on Twitter space. They can talk on YouTube, however they like, uncensored. But you must censor the things you say on radio. And remember, radio is regulated. Perhaps that's the reason why we were trying to pass the social media bill, so that people understand what we from radio are going through. So, I think I need to say this over and over again for you to understand. You must watch your language. You cannot send me a message that carries a lot of curses and abuses and words that are not, pleasant to the ears, and you expect me to read it. Verbatim, and then when I don't read it, you're accusing me for editing your message. Sure, I should not edit it. I should read it. Then tomorrow, if the station shuts down, you stay on your own and be chopping your food, and the owner of the station starts crying on his investments. Come on, Dayo. You sound intelligent in your writing, so you should understand and know better. I appreciate you. All right. Labour Party forgot to argue the 25% in FCT at the end. They want the tribunal to declare them winners of the election. Till now, rigging with the here, they still never tell us they were rather bringing TV sets to court to watch Mahmoud speak. At the end, their case can be dismissed. People where they pay $11, Elon Musk, they complain of 1,000 naira. Okay, all right. Okay, the people that are paying $11 for Twitter verification
is it $11 or $8?
$8, and that's monthly, right? This is just in a month, in a year rather. Okay, so this message says you pay to get your license, you pay to register your car, you pay for car insurance. That third-person insurance, by the way, that is almost, I don't want to say it's useless. You pay to renew your license, and all of those money, what has the government done with it? The 1,000 naira is not the problem, but lack of trust from the people to the government. That's just the truth. That's what Chris is saying. And then this says, precious, 1,000 naira is a big money. If you should check your salary, you will know that 1,000 naira is money. Michael from Aswani, wallahi, I agree with you. 1,000 naira is plenty of money. It will do a lot of good. At least it will buy about 2 liters of petrol right now. Hello, good evening to you. Hello, Odia, I lost you. 0700 903 903 903. So, all right, you're there. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening. You're welcome.
Precious.
You have come. You're not Darlington. You're not Darlington. You've come now. You want to whine me? Welcome.
I know. I say beautiful, precious.
Okay,
Mr. Darlington. I reserve his for him.
Okay.
Because yesterday he was in the station, so he wouldn't say beautiful, precious. I mean, pretty precious. And I use it for you. And my Queen's promise.
Sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
This is Chigozie calling from the Jebu.
You're welcome.
Chigozie, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Does it mean this our government, they are just looking on all angles for them to pay the over 80-something trillion that the country is debted to? That is why they want to be requesting for 1,000 naira from for proof of ownership that one has before. We have it before. I have my own. That is surprising again that I have to be renewing my proof of this country.
So did you hear the explanation that was given? They need to do that. Did you hear the explanation that was given? It is necessary because it would curb, car theft. by the time, people's car may be stolen daily, right? So by the time one person owns this car today, and another person comes to say, okay, and this same car with this registration number or this chassis number so is being owned by another person, they'll start tracing it. So what happened? How come? You don't change chassis number like that. So I think that's part of the reasons.
Well, they are just on their own. This is what this thing they are doing. Whoever owns a car knows that he owns a car and can sell it at any time. So, with everything that is happening, in short, I wonder for this Nigeria, we are only living here by God's grace, Sha. So, I heard somebody complaining about you in the morning that I was like, this person is not in the system at all because he doesn't know the kind of hot seat you are always on. Whenever call is somebody say give out to give.
When did someone complain about me? This morning or yesterday?
Yes, in the morning section with Auntie Mary. Mary.
It's okay. It's okay. These things happen on the job. It's okay.
I would have attacked that person.
Oh, no, you don't have to.
Because our beautiful precious.
It's okay.
The little precious is here listening.
Oh, how is she? How is she doing? My love to her. Thank you. Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. All right. So I take a few messages, quite a number of them, right? Surplus says, after talking about the 1K, go and pay it for your own good. Nobody is running away. I feel your pain. I think you're responding to some, people. Konami says this government will favor me and my family. Yes. So Allah Oluwaju says, why are people saying this building Lagos and building Lagos are the alleging? All right, you guys are saying a lot. Quite a lot is happening on YouTube. I appreciate you guys. Good evening, Precious and Promise. My name is Chukudi. I want to be a bit ironical here. Do you know I can tell from the voice of a lady if she is beautiful or not? Now, my question is Nigeria beautiful? Is it okay from this kind of voice we are hearing about her? Okay, thank you so much. You're carrying me to where we don't know.
Quite ironic.
And then Senator from Isola says, the last time I checked, the court has stopped NBC to stop. Oh, to tell you, NBC that has appealed. You don't follow news. NBC appealed the case. So you know what it is when an appeal is made. You maintain status quo until that case is probably concluded at the Supreme Court. So don't worry about that. It says 1K for car owners. Very soon it will be 500 for walking with your legs in Nigeria. Maybe he wants to settle. You see, maybe the president wants to settle a lot more through this avenue. Please, Precious, nothing like tracing any stolen car. No be today with the Nigeria. God forbid. That is. This is. Government will continue to become more taxes and yet to come. That is, you're saying that there will be more taxes and even more taxes to come. All right. Hello, good evening to you. Sorry, please help me turn up the volume of your radio set.
Okay.
No. Have you done it? I may be forced to cut you off. Hello, good evening. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
No, the volume of that radio is still high. I can hear the whole back and it doesn't make for a pleasant, listen.
Yeah, good evening. Is it okay?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to talk about this tax. My name is Uche from Oshodi. Yeah.
Uche, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Thank you. It's my first caller, my first time calling you, but I've been following people up, hearing what you are saying. I always enjoy Mr. Darlington's analysis. So, what I see in this government is that, there's one of my mentors that says that they want to choke out the little Christian in us. So I will say that this government want to choke out the little bread they have remaining by taxing even your proof of ownership. It's not proper. When you pay for your driving license, vehicle license, insurance, roadworthiness, what are they using those taxes to do? They are giving us more excuses for car theft. What about the security? What are the security enforcement are doing? What are they doing in the country? So they have all failed. These are the ways to shock Nigeria, the little bread they have. Everything tax. It's not proper. We are dying and they are not looking at us. And what pains me most is that to next 4 years now, they will start campaigning. They want to bring us together and promise us heaven and earth.
And they will use those campaigning to divide men. And when the time comes, it's me and them that, vote will now be suffering it. They will now become one. I said something in the morning, it's like a football. When the fans the players will play and enjoy themselves. And after the match, they are opponents and they will still greet each other. But the fans will be fighting and be having high BP, which is not good. Our politicians have taken it like that. They give us tax and they enjoy themselves, which is not right. God will help us in this country.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, this says, good evening, Prepare. What's the topic about? Just joining Michael from Gwagada. Michael, plenty things. In fact, we have passed them. That boat has sailed a long time ago. We may not be able to revisit them again because we've said quite a lot. Or maybe for the purpose of asking, I could just run you through a few of them. They are quite a lot in number, right? Okay, so just before I do that, let me let you know that the president, in his Salah message to Nigerians, or Eid message to Nigerians, has said that he's working night and day to solve the challenges of the country, and he will ensure he does that. So in his Salah message, the president said the decisions taken so far by his administration will reform our economy and remove all impediments to growth. I take further, and he says, at the moment, he says our country is going through some challenges, especially with a struggling economy and simmering security challenges. While acknowledging all of this, his words, now quoting, I want to assure you that they are not insurmountable. I am working day and night with my team, fleshing out solutions. We have started with the decisions taken so far to reform our economy and remove all impediments to growth. This is what President said, and also reminding people to remember the poor as they celebrate their Eid and wishing everyone happy Eid. Just to let you know, I'll also let you quickly run down some stories that we have been looking at earlier today. We did tell you. Okay, so we're looking at a few stories. Earlier today, we did tell you that federal government levies motorists 1,000 naira yearly for proof of ownership certificates. So for you to have, now you'll be doing 1,000 naira every year for your proof of ownership certificates. 1,000 every year. Yeah, that's one. And then P2B saying foster national unity, end case against Tinubu. Okay, someone is saying to P2B and Atiku to foster national unity and end the case against Tinubu. And this is according to someone who's the Labour Party governorship aspirant in Plateau State, right? And then we did also tell you that the president is back to the country and is in Lagos to celebrate the Eid. And then Festus Keyamo says we would be proud to have Tinubu as president. And we should be proud rather to have President Tinubu as president. Meanwhile, former President Muhammadu Buhari says that leading Nigeria is one of the hardest challenges in his life that he has ever had. He said this during his Eid message to Nigerians. Meanwhile, P2B begs governors about demolition and says, please be sensitive and not punitive. And then Senate leadership, Northern senators intensify protests for position of majority leader. Said, no, majority leader cannot go to the south, right? And of course, did I tell you that the World Bank has now borrowed us $500 million?
Fresh loan.
Yes, fresh loan. $500 million. So that's about it. That's the conversations that we have. Lagos, let's see if we could just jump on this last call before we move straight to
a step down
conversation. You're excited about the step down, right? You're tired of talking about Nigerian problem.
Right. A lot of people are tired of talking about Nigerian
problems. So when you just say step down, I see that's how your face just brightened up. Step down conversation. All right, Lagos, let's take a little breather. This is the Evening Rush 90.3 FM. Let's see, that call is here. Let's just take a listen. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, P raised to power 2. Good
Hi,
evening.
good evening.
Precious
Welcome.
Yeah, that sounds very
precious
hip.
and yes, precious and promise.
Yeah, that's
thank
quite
you so
hip.
very
Thank
much.
you. Welcome.
Yeah. Listen, I just came from work. I'm calling from Madrid, Spain. I just came from work and I listened to. My name is Obi.
Obi, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just came from work and I had to listen to like 4 callers to get myself abreast with the topic on ground.
Okay.
Well,
but I just did run through though. I hope you understand now that I ran through.
Let me try and be brief if I can, but I know there's too many on my mind.
Right.
I missed quite unfortunate I missed your show yesterday, you know. let me start by saying that this government, Nigeria as a whole, there is a disconnect when it comes to trust. There's a disconnect when it comes to trust. Nigerians don't trust the government because of all of the ills they've gone through the past 8 years. And now, bear in mind that Nigerians went through all of what they did in the past 8 years by the same political party. And now this government is in the way and process everyone imagines, and there are processes in court and all of those things. So because of all of the milky waters around and all of those things, this government needs to prove itself beyond reasonable doubt so that people will begin to align with it. Okay, now for example, why won't this government, for example, in trying to bring back trust and make people trust your government, the list of I will come back to our conversation, but I just want to be very brief.
Time is of the essence. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll be very brief. I'm saying things the government should do to win trust. Now listen, the names of the list of the terrorist sponsors given to Nigeria by Saudi Arabia. Why don't this government that Buhari didn't publish? Why don't this government publish and make some arrest? That's one, in trying to win trust, public trust. Now, the subsidy, the level of the subsidy stuff you guys talked about yesterday. Sorry, I missed it because I was at work. Now, why don't you dig into that subsidy and call for an inquiry and begin to make arrests? Because there are names out there. There are names already spoken. There are names given already. The names are there. That's another thing that the government could have done to win immediate trust for the people. Then afterwards, because you won't have all of these things and money flying everywhere, and you have people suffering and all of those things. Okay, now coming back to the 1,000 whatever, the excuse the government gave is a very dull excuse, for God's sake. If you have a car, they steal your car, you go to the station and make a report. You go to the station and make a formal report, and that's it. And most cars have trackers. So why should this government just come up with this flimsy excuse like all 200 million people are not or whatever? Come on, it's not done like that.
All right, thank you.
I appreciate it. And sorry, please, I would like to let me say sorry, Dokubo, I won't waste more than 5 seconds. Please don't air irrelevant people. There are people that are not meant to put their opinion in public space.
We'll talk about trending topics.
I appreciate you. Yeah. It's in the open, so we talk about everything in the open.
The last one, 10 seconds. Someone asked that Peter B drops his case. Now listen, I think Nigerians should be proud that this guy is taking the case further, at least to show the world that Nigerian system is working.
All right, thank you.
Because if not, if it gets to the next election, it will mount up to who has the most guns or who has the most bombs.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. I'll have to run now.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. All right, Lagos, this is the Evening Rush 90.3 FM. Let's take a little break. And when we come back, there is a lot happening. So we hear that side chicks are the bedrock of any marriage, that they are there to help the women. And that is why they play a very critical role in every marriage. Is that correct? Does that really, state your mind as it's got to do with your marriage? We'll talk about that. I will tell you why we're raising that conversation. This is our step down conversation, and this is where we've got to step it down and talk about all the stuff that isn't so serious. After this break, Lagos will be right back.
The award-winning pizza in the US is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and cold berry ice cream, delights in every scoop. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and cold berry ice cream at 11 Road by First Avenue, First Town, 28 at Denira Ogunsanya Street, Surulere, 13 Admiralty Way, Lekki Phase 1. Romeo's Pizza and cold berry ice cream. Romeo, the pizza champions. Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less.
Naija, better drink don land o. Na from Gihog Distilleries Companies Limited, Ghana. For better drink, carry this ogbonge drinks wey dem dey call
Mandigo Bitters and Oga Kwata of them all wey be Herb African Bitters, aka Oga Ato.
Hey, this one na one in town drink wey get natural herbs and other better ingredients wey go give you smooth and unique taste. No be there yet o.
Mandigo Bitters and Oga Kwata of them all wey be Herb African Bitters, aka Oga Ato.
Carry full power chim wey go help you bring out your strength for people wey wan go extra mile. Na Sunny Continental West Africa Limited, the market and distributor. For more inquiry, call 0803-551-9028 or 0813-957-1446. Mandigo Bitters and Herb African Bitters. This one, a new one in town drink.
Are you looking for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, number 42, Muritala Muhammad International Airport Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in a beautifully appointed rooms featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your everyday need is met. We also offer complimentary pick-up and drop-off from the Lagos Airport.
Take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant.
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location, Airport Golden Tulip Hotel is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So, why wait? Book your stay today and experience ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-8003-333 or 0815-7003-333. You can visit our website at airportgoldentuliphotel.com.
Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, where luxury meets comfort.
We have been serving you hot and fresh content on radio, and you have been loving it. Now we're taking it further. Catch us live on YouTube at BOP TV for all the juicy content you can't resist. Talk shows, exclusive interviews, news, lifestyle, and more. It's all about you. BOP TV, show up, speak up.
Voice of the People, 19.3 FM.
All right, Lagos, you are welcome back. This is 90.3 Voice of the People FM from us today. It's in 4 minutes pursuing the 9 p.m. mark. So let's get straight on to our step down conversation. So on our step down conversation, we're looking at the issue of cheating in relationships. Is it that relationships cannot exist without one partner cheating? Is it that it's impossible to happen? Because at the end of the day, why people complain about cheating in relationship, or while, for instance, I dare say the female gender complains about cheating in relationship, it's still your full female gender that your husbands are cheating with. Right. So what can we do? Because perhaps if you think, oh, the man is just a wandering man and he asks you out and you refuse, will he have a woman to cheat with? No.
And where is the women supporting women's slogan there?
Exactly. So is it that when it comes to do with covetousness, taking what does not belong to you, that women supporting women becomes, so people used to say that women supporting women is a scam.
So another question is, can you even steal a man? Can you steal a human being?
And let's not even go. That one is matter for another day. All right. So, of course, now, a self-acclaimed relationship expert, Blessing CEO, was speaking with a vlogger. What I call vlog, but they call it podcasts. Okay, because
podcast is a new name.
Sweethearts, podcast, from all that I know about grammar and English language, has to do with audio conversation, audio, that you put out in the internet space. And the video version is supposed to be vlogging.
Yes, but these days audio visual is the podcast.
Is the podcast now. Gen Zs, you cannot go and say something else where they're calling it something. They'll tell you that you're old school. So I think I may be too old school. But that's fine. So let me just sound a bit Gen Z. So during a podcast, she was saying this. And a lot of people seem to agree with her, while others seem not to agree with her. When I play you her conversation, I will also play you, I'll probably read out someone else's angle to that conversation. Take a listen, Lagos.
Facts. Side chicks and marriages. Apparently, side chicks are essential to marriages. Talk about it.
Yes, we all know that side chicks, without side chicks, a lot of marriages will be broken today. That is one reality that we will face. Okay. Because a lot of these married women cannot satisfy their husband. It might not even be. Men are adventurous in nature. That sometimes the woman is pregnant, lots of things are happening to her, she's not in the mood, she's busy, and the man is out there. The side chick does the work. If there is no side chick to play that role, men will walk away. So the side chicks are just that dessert. They satisfy themselves and come back. A lot of marriages these days is not marriage. I call it cohabitation. So they come back to cohabit. All they do is wake up in the morning, eat, sleep, go to work every day. Most people are not married. So the side chicks are playing major role.
Okay, speaking of facts, side chicks and marriages. Apparently, side chicks are essential to marriage.
Whether we like it or not, because they are younger, they are energetic, they have time. But as a wife and as a mother, by the time you finish doing school run, coming back home to cook, doing other stuff, you would have been exhausted. So you might not have that energy to satisfy or be adventurous as those small girls that don't have work. By the time they become married women too, they wouldn't even have such energy, because there'll be much responsibilities than just, whether we like it or not, because...
All right, so you did hear that. First of all, the take home is that the side chicks must be younger. Do you agree that side chicks are always younger? Because there's been cases where even men these days cheat with even married women. Right. They cheat with married women who sometimes are even older than their wives.
And from what she's saying, the wives are the main meal and the side chicks are the
desserts. Do you agree, Lagos? All right, so let's quickly take that reaction.
So marrying it
Angela
with Angela Okore, the actress's reaction. I'm going to quote her verbatim. She said, "Baby, don't cheat on me and come back home with ordinary sorry. Just know, say, if you don't want make her break your leg. Listen, there are new houses built for sale in Banana Island. G-Wagon just made a new 2023 machines. Just bring all those places. Just branch all those places, buy something when coming back. If not, just buy tickets. Zoom off to any country of your choice. Abi, my people, am I asking too much?"
All right. So, this another angle to it. Some women will say that, okay, the reason why we have to condone cheating is because he buys me a gift whenever he cheats and tells me sorry.
It's okay to cheat as long as the man compliments it with something.
As long as he pacifies you with something at the end of the day. Lagos, let's take your thought and reactions on this.
And some people are saying that there is no way you compare a man's cheating to a woman's cheating. Men are wired to have varieties, and men cheat with they cheat with their head, and women cheat with their mind. Like, women are very, very emotional. So women cheat to replace. Do you understand?
I don't agree.
But a man
can cheat to play game, a woman can cheat to play game.
Cheat. No. Women are not players like that.
Oh no,
and
I don't agree.
Women are learning. I agree with that
Unfortunately,
analogy.
I may not agree.
So men cheat because they want to have variety.
Because they want to explore.
Because they are insatiable.
Because they want to explore.
Yes.
A woman is devoid of exploration.
Yes, but
she cannot explore.
Women are so emotional and they get attached to sex and all of that. Like, that is why sometimes when you hear heartbreak stories, she'll be like, after all you slept with me, after I gave you my body, like, Come on, it's just sex. I've never had any man cry about giving a woman his body.
Oh, there are men who have cried.
It's always
there are men who
women
have cried that she
cry
used me.
about giving themselves to men.
All right, Lagos. Phone lines are open. 0700.
Like it's some kind of sacrifice.
Is
Do
it
you
not sacrifice
understand?
before? It is your whole body and your life
But
you're
men
giving
just see
us.
sex as sex. It's nothing to them. It's
All
just
right.
sex.
0700 903 903 903. These are step down conversations. So whether this conversation irks you or not, these things are
We'll talk
happening in our
about it.
world.
Mm.
The reason is because it is real. It is our society. It is happening. So the earlier we admitted it and faced it, the better for us. And a lot of people will learn from whatever assertion you put up right now. A lot of people will learn from the corrections you make. A lot of people will learn from your experience. So if you have been cheated on before, we really love to hear your story, right? How did you deal with it? How did you cope?
Did he
So if you're
pacify
a
you with
man, exactly,
something?
if you're a man and you cheated on your wife, how did she deal with it when she found out? Did she eventually find out anyway? We'd like to hear from you. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello.
Yes, so good evening.
Which kind of one I carry come now?
Obi, where is your wife? Make sure she's at the corner where you're telling me this thing.
May they not break my head. I just go hide.
Why?
Hey,
I just
Obi,
go hide for
Obi, what have you been doing that you don't want to talk?
Hey,
Obi.
this business in our wahala. There's one proverb where elderly people talk. They say, "Ofunya nebunya." I don't finish. I don't talk.
So one thing must something.
So just hold on. Obi, do you agree with that? Side chicks are the life wire of a relationship, a marriage.
Sincerely speaking, the word that lady woman pretend to high heaven. What she said is a complete truth.
Hey,
No matter how
Obi, is your wife? You say you were hiding, Abi. Can your wife hear you?
No.
I will play this back for your wife to hear.
Oh yeah. Come. Where is it?
It's the way he calls.
Is
his
it your wife
all
that
the
you're calling
time.
like that?
I trust it. Wait, you know get voice. Oh yeah. Should be na white na side chicks. They make men they bubble. Side chicks.
Madam, your husband agrees that side chicks are the wire for every relationship, every marriage. In fact, he agrees that side chicks are the dessert and you're the main meal. But them, they're the dessert. Is it true? Do you agree with him? Let's settle this matter once and for all.
My sister, what do you want me to say?
Your husband a cruise. Your husband a cruise,
This
Abi.
one that I'm living with is a clown. If I'm making a go meet side chick, then I will sell his house. I will sell his property. Carry my boyfriend as well to America.
You say you carry your boyfriend go to America. Obi, they don't give you one, you know.
If you send me and my wife, my friend. If anybody want to put our asunder, it not go work.
You not go work, I beg.
My wife, my friends.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Make you know what. All right, thank you so much. I love me my Nigerian men, honestly speaking. I mean, we can't even hide some things, right? All right, going back to the phone lines. Hello, good evening to you. And Obi, by the way, I love the way you are with your wife. I love how open and playful you are. Hello, good evening and welcome. Hello, are you there?
Good evening, good evening, blessing CEO.
You're welcome, lady. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
You know how that proverb, our proverb, our people used to say, or the adage, they say, "Show me your friend, I will tell you whom you are." You know, everybody always have to defend the business they are doing.
Okay.
Business, quoi.
If she is not in that business of a side chick of a thing, she will not be coming out boldly defending the business.
Just hang in 1 second, Nedu. Remember, she was a married woman. Do you know if she's speaking from her experience as to what she went through, as a married woman? Do
what
you know?
She went through, like
I just
cheating.
tell you something. I just said something. I just said something. You have to choose what you want to choose. I believe someone is defending her business. You understand?
So are you saying that you do not agree that side chicks are the life of a relationship?
All this marriage therapy, relationship expert without knowledge. This is the kind of topics you hear from them.
So in other words, you disagree with her. Give us reasons why you disagree.
In other words, man and woman are the marriage we are having now, even the relationship we are having now, it baffles me where it's going. Because let me tell you, you are talking about man, side. What about women?
Oh,
when they if we talk about DNA today,
paternity
a lot of women will not listen. If you ever bring out that topic of DNA, a lot of you will lose listener, because a lot of women will not like you.
Why would I?
A lot of women will not listen. A lot of women will not listen to your station because they know where their kids are coming from.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Of course. A lot of women have their kids is coming from their ex-boyfriend. Their kids are coming from the love of their life. They just go into that marriage.
So the one that they married is the love of their what?
So they don't marry the love of their lives.
The love of their money. The love of their poverty.
Wow.
I beg, stop it, Joe. Nidu. Stop
it's reality, I'm telling you. So it's vice versa. Even the debate now is who is cheating more. Before they know it's men, but the debate now is who is cheating more.
I won't even agree with you, though. Yes.
I swear with my life that is story. If I said it, I don't know if the person is listening because I don't want to say it because when I say it, how it happened.
Send it through a voice note to me. I will use it for step down next week.
When I said no, it's inside. It's about this what you are talking. I don't. Maybe when I say it, maybe if somebody who knows me, who knows
so
will know that I'm talking about his wife.
You can send it as anonymous to us later. We'll talk about it later.
You understand? Okay, let me just say something about it. It's just that last time I was around, somebody wife, someone I knows her husband, knows her kid, knows everything about her. My wife is witness to this. We saw somebody hammering her in a car. I swear with my life.
And she is like, she's living in her husband's house. She's married. In the marriage.
Oh,
you know, there's difference between being married and being in marriage.
I'm just telling you something. Someone I know fully. My wife is witness to this, what I'm telling you. You see, nobody is perfect in this life.
Absolutely none.
So I just want the topic don't be capitalized as side chick siders, and she's
so they are side hands.
They are side hands now.
So
even
Mr.
in Europe,
do you know
in Europe, men do prostitute in Europe, and even if you have entered Nigeria.
So in other words, are you saying that? Do you agree with her that all of this cheating spices up the relationship? Do you agree?
That
it helps to spice up the relationship.
When it there your blood, it there your blood. You know the spice.
You know, you guys, you men always say that men are polygamous in nature,
and you cannot be eating one soup every day.
What about the women that are cheating? What are they?
So maybe now you're saying that as a man now you don't have a problem eating one soup for the rest of your life.
No variety.
I don't talk that thing, but you see,
no. You say no talk that thing. Say it now.
They talk people relation. Wait. You see,
are you dodging? Are you evading? Are you evading the question? I just asked a simple question.
Allow him to land.
Okay.
Even what do they call him? I next chairman no come court.
Bye. Let me leave you and take more calls.
So this is somehow he evaded the question at the end of the day.
Bye. All right, let me take this message from YouTube. Tony Chikudi says, promise, thanks for letting Precious know how some men think when it comes to sex. My WhatsApp messages are full. Chris from Ikeja says, on the step down conversation, even though I consider that statement to be nonsense and I don't support it, but then again, I ask myself, who run the world? There is a level of happiness in the world because of women. This is the truth. But Precious, how can cheating be stopped? That question I can't answer. Chris from Ikeja. Chris. And then this says, see how Precious is just analyzing this topic. Professor, no. If I'm not professor in my job, what am I being professor for? Precious babe, like this conversation to go with Obi side chick, but sometime our wife do make us go outside. Okay. And then this says, good evening, I'm politically sensitive. I'm also vested in such topics with which is on the discourse tonight. The thing is that men who are not fully owned by their women, which one is fully owned? How do you get fully owned and not fully owned? Okay, let me finish it. This is coming from Emma in First Tag, by the way. It says, Men who are not fully owned by their women that are like that the ones that are likely to cheat. But when a man feels less a man in the presence of his woman due to the all right, he said due to apologies, I think I'm losing that. Yeah, okay. Okay. He said feels less in the presence of his wife due to the fact that she can compete with her man, or she can compete with her man. Then when he finds out she is capable of seducing him or at their advanced ages, I don't understand your point too. He will grow caution to the wind. He throws caution to the wind and do whatever he wants. They both have to have understanding, like the couple who called. If not, they will talk from now till tomorrow and the topic will evade. All right, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And then this says, evening precious, PP, I'm not married though, but I laugh a lot when married women take advice from a divorcee. A side chick defending her business of side chickism. Casey promotion is sent to that message. Casey, you're not nice at all. How about? All right, a few more calls before we wrap up the conversation. 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good evening to you. Welcome. Please help me turn up the volume of your radio set. Hello.
Good evening.
Yes, very quickly, please. Go ahead.
The topic, the of the matter, it is true.
What she said is true, Abby.
Yes, exactly. Because the percentage, it might not be good, but that the reality is reality. You understand me? If you check the percentage, you'll find out that what she's saying is the reality.
Ma'am, it's okay.
A lot of people might not like it, but that is just the
Let me let you go. Thank you so much for being very honest. And God will bless you for being truthful. Thank you. Hello, good evening to you.
Yeah, hello, Precious. It's Tony Chukwu.
All right, Tony, very quickly, let's hear you.
Yeah, you see, Precious did promise did correct you a little bit. Promise you did well. You didn't give her the normal food that she normally eats.
Thank you, sir.
Sometime this evening. Yeah. So what Blessing CEO is saying, I supported what Nedu said. Nedu from Swiss. Is it not? Sometimes there are so many things going on. Anybody that is has that spirit of cheating, there are some men that is in their blood. Everybody is mad, but it depends on the degree of the madness. So there are some men that is in their blood. If you know, some of them they leave their women or their wife. If you know the style that you want your wife to give you, tell your wife to give you. Don't go outside and then tell the side chick to give you that style.
All right. Hey.
Say, yeah. Say it. Tell your wife what you want. If you want your wife to be on top, tell your wife to be on top. Now, when you go to a side chick and a side chick is on top,
it's okay. Honorable off the mic, honorable. So you're saying basically that thing you desire in a side chick, let your wife do it. That's what you're saying, right?
That's what I'm trying to say. There are so many. Even what Nedu told you, there are so many things that is going on. You cannot tell me that is because a man you are doing it because you're a man. What if a woman is doing it? Will you, as a man, accommodate it?
All right, thank you so much, Donny Chukwudi. In fact, you have wrapped it up. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. All right, promise your final thoughts on this before we say goodbye.
Like I said before, women, there is no way you can cheat. There is no way you can compete with men in cheating. Men are polygamous in nature, whether we like it or not. That's the truth.
Was there a competition in any place?
So, and men do not cheat with their head. A man can cheat several times, but he will still love his wife.
Did you study this?
And he will keep his marriage. That is how it is. But by the time a woman cheats, before you know, she'll fall in love with the person she cheated with. And before you know, the marriage will be in shambles. She would not be able to create that balance like the men does. That's the truth.
All right, Lagos. My name is Precious.
I know you don't like this. But that's
we'll join you again tomorrow, right? At 7 p.m. tomorrow. I do not support any of this.
Really?
And I do not agree, but I still reserve my comment. Good night, Lagos.
Good night, Lagos.